Hey, what's up everyone? Mike here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to the very first series of our Flowcademy. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Flowcademy, you can think of it as a systematic roadmap that will take you all the way from the most beginner foundational movements within the animal flow system, all the way to much more advanced movements and flows. And because this is a progressive format, every class will build upon the previous class. Every series will build upon the previous series. Now, it is important to mention that the first 3 classes of every series will be instruction-focused classes. It doesn't mean that they won't be great workouts. It just means that you'll be learning the movements that you'll be using in that series throughout those 3 classes. For example, in this class, we're going to learn our 4 base positions: ape, beast, loaded beast, and crab. We're also going to use 2 of our form-specific stretches: our crab reach and loaded beast unload. You'll also learn 3 of our switches and transitions: the underswitch, side kick through, and front step. Then we'll take those 3 movements and build a flow that we'll be working towards in this class. Let's take a look at the flow that we'll be learning. Left leg, underswitch. Right leg, side kick through. Right leg, underswitch. Set loaded beast. Right leg, front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Left leg, underswitch. Okay, so with that being said, let's start off with some wrist preparation, also known as our wrist mobilizations. The first wrist mobilization that we're going to use is something we call magnetic wrists. So the idea here is that we have a magnetic bracelet on each one of our wrists, and those 2 bracelets do not want to lose contact with each other. So let's start off with the palm side of our wrist together. We're going to take the thumb across the hand, reach out with the arms, bringing the thumb side of the wrist together. We're going to sweep the fingers down, bringing the back of the hands together. And then from here, we'll continue the rotation until we find the pinky side. Notice how the hands are splaying out so I can keep the wrist together. We'll continue in that direction. So palm side, thumbs come across, we reach out, look for thumb side of the wrist, sweep the fingers down, back of the hands together. We go pinky side again and continue for 2 more repetitions. Reach out, sweep down, bring the pinky side, splay the hands, and last rep. Once we find our palms again, we're just going to switch directions. Same exact thing. So let's go pinky side. Sweep the fingers down, back of the hands together. Reach out to find the thumb side of the wrists. Go back up for palm side. And again, pinky side, sweep the fingers down, reach out to find the thumb side of the wrist, palms together, 2 more rounds. And last one. Perfect. So let's move on to some very simple wrist rocks. We're going to plant our hands to where our fingers are pointing behind us or back towards our toes. We want to keep the palms in contact with the ground the entire time, and we want to keep our elbows completely straight. Keeping the palms down, fingers pointing back, toes tucked under, we're just going to rock backward and forwards. So if we want to link up our breath, we can think about exhaling as we rock backward and then inhaling as we rock forward. We always encourage wrist mobilizations before any animal flow training, during animal flow training, after animal flow training, and any time throughout the day that you can get some extra wrist motion in will be really great for your practice. So from here, let's go in a clockwise direction with our rocks. So I'm going to go towards left thumb first, then allow the shoulders to move in front of the wrist line. I'll transfer over towards right thumb and then rock back towards fingertips and toes. Left thumb again, shoulders forward, right thumb back towards fingers and toes. Let's go for 2 more rounds in this direction. And last one. And then let's just reverse. So right thumb leads, shoulders in front of wrists, left thumb, fingertips and toes. Two more rounds. And relax. Let's go ahead and slowly release those hands from the ground. We're gonna find what we call our wrist relief position. So back of the hands together like this. If we want to increase this stretch or mobilization, we can just think about pulling the elbows down towards the ground while maintaining contact with the back of our hands together. So anytime throughout the class, if you feel like you're getting a lot of tension in your wrists, find this position, especially while you're resting or I'm instructing. Okay, so now that we've mobilized our wrists, let's get into our 4 base positions. We call these the ABCs of animal flow. So we'll start off with ape. Go ahead and place your hands on the ground, tuck your toes underneath. Let's walk your hands back until you can get your heels on the ground. So essentially what we're doing is we're finding our best deep squat. And what I mean by our best is the squat that allows us to keep our heels down, our hips low, our chest proud, and our eyes towards the horizon. So if that means that you need to go a little bit wider with the feet, you certainly can. If you need to turn the toes out a little bit more, you certainly can. If you need to come up higher with your hips, even if you need to rest the arms on the legs, you can also do that. Just remember, proud chest, eyes towards the horizon, weight into the heels. So find your best deep squat, which we call our ape position. So I'm gonna go back to my comfortable ape. Now, with your heels on the floor, we're going to do something similar to what we did with our wrist rocks, where we did the clocks. So let's think about shifting our weight towards the left outer ridge of the foot. Let's think about then going towards the toes, heels are still on the ground. Let's think about bringing our weight towards the right edge of the foot and then back towards the heels. So essentially the exact same thing we did with our wrists, we're going a clockwise direction, still keeping the entire foot in contact with the ground. Let's go for about 2 more rounds. And then we'll do the exact same thing in the opposite direction. Just remember, if you need to stay wider and higher, that's also okay. We can do the exact same thing here. So we're just trying to encourage a little bit more available motion or range in our ankles. Cool. So if this is our ape position, let's go to our first B, which is going to be beast. We're gonna walk our hands forward. We'll plant our hands shoulder width, making sure that the shoulders are on top of the wrists. We're gonna look underneath of our body, make sure that our knees and feet are hip width. We're also gonna pull the knee in front of the hip line, and you can just think underneath of the navel or belly button. From here, we'll tuck the toes under. We're gonna corkscrew the arm, and that just means bring the pit of the elbow forward by rotating at the shoulder. From here, we'll lift the knees 1 inch from the ground, keeping the neck long and the eyes down. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Now, if that's too much for you, you can keep the knees on the ground as a regression, or if you need to bring the knees a little bit higher, that's also okay. So let's find that beast position again. Hands are shoulder width, corkscrew the arms, knees are in front of hip line, toes are tucked under. Let's lift the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set ape. So you may need to open the feet a little bit, walk the hands back, find your best ape position. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set beast. Walk the hands forward. Position the knees and feet to where they're hip width. Knees in front of the hip line. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax down. Great job, team. So we know our A and we know our first B, which is beast. Let's now go to what we call loaded beast. So I want you to kind of think about this loaded beast as if we're taking our regular beast and we're pulling it back, almost like a slingshot or a bow and arrow. I'm going to ask you to follow along with me as we set up our loaded beast. So a great way to start is to begin in beast. Now, push the hips back towards the heels, allowing the knees to flare open. Notice my knees are still close to the ground, roughly about an inch from the floor. From here, let's begin to walk or slide the hands forward until we can get our head down between the arms, not through or above. Let's see if we can't hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax the knees. Again, if that's too much for you, you can rest the knees on the ground. Another modification is I bring the hips a little bit higher, but I keep the knees low. So this could also be a loaded beast position. So let's do that again. Set beast. Set loaded beast, hips go back. Walk or slide the hands forward, head goes down between the arms, not through or above. Here's a little pro tip, try shrugging the shoulders towards the ears and pulling the knees out even more. And relax down, team. Okay, so let's set ape. Let's set beast. Let's set loaded beast. And set ape. Heels down, hips low, proud chest, eyes to the horizon. Let's set beast. Let's set loaded beast. Okay, one more time. Set ape. Set beast. Set loaded beast. Perfect. Take a rest. Our last letter of our ABCs is our C, and that's our crab position. So go ahead and have a seat. We're going to take a look at our feet. Our knees and our feet should be roughly hip width. Our hands should be roughly shoulder width with the fingers pointing behind us. From here, I'm going to slide hips all the way towards heels, slide hips towards hands, and then split the difference between the two. Shoulder blades come back to find each other. I drive them down towards the ground, lifting the hips 1 inch from the floor, just like I had my knees 1 inch from the floor in beast. If I'm looking at the horizon now, I'm going to tuck my chin, giving myself a little bit of a double chin, and then as if it were morning time and the sun had just broken over the horizon, I'm going to bring my eyes up slightly to the rising sun, and we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Awesome. Now remember the corkscrew that we did earlier? We're going to do that exact same thing with our arms in crab. So you're going to think about rotating the pit of the elbow outward. Let's try it again. Set crab position. From here, we bring shoulder blades back, drive them down, corkscrew the arms, which may give you a little bit more lift, eyes towards the rising sun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now let's alternate between those 4 base positions. So do it with me. Find your best ape position. Remember, heels low, hips low, proud chest, eyes towards the horizon, set beast. Set loaded beast. Let's go back to ape. Set ape. Set crab. Set ape. Set beast. Set loaded beast. Set ape. Set crab. One more time, set ape. Set beast. Set loaded beast. Set ape. And then finally, set crab. Okay, so now you know our 4 base positions. Let's continue into our warm-up, learning a crab reach and a loaded beast unload. Okay, so our crab reach is gonna look like this. Set crab, left arm crab reach. Return to crab, right arm crab reach. Return to crab. Now, if we start to break down that movement, we have to establish a new crab base. So go ahead and have a seat, follow along with me. We're gonna look at our feet and our knees, we're gonna place them to where they are shoulder width. We're gonna plant our hands, remember, fingers pointing behind us. We're gonna find our crab base. From here, let's bring our left hand up to where we're looking through the left hand towards the rising sun. We're not going to go into the reach just yet, but instead, we're gonna drive the heels down, bridge the hips, and try to get up to 3-point bridge, which just means the highest point that we can find. So in our 3-point bridge, we're looking through the hand up towards the sky. From here, let's just return back to our start position. Drop the left hand, let's go right arm crab reach. Remember, we're not reaching yet. We're just going up to our highest 3-point bridge, pause, return to crab. Drop right hand, let's go left arm crab reach, up to 3-point bridge, return to crab. Right arm crab reach, heels down, hips high, looking through the hand towards the sky, return to crab. One more rep per arm, left arm crab reach, up to 3-point bridge, return to crab. Here we go, last one, right arm crab reach, and return to crab. All right, great job everyone. So if you couldn't get your hips all the way up, it's okay. Just be sure not to go into the reach. Continue to try to get your hips up as high as you can, being sure that the heels stay down. If you're ready to go into the reach with me, whenever we go up, we're gonna hit our 3-point bridge. We're gonna bring our eyes down towards the base arm. We're gonna frame the head with the reaching arm and then reach upper fingers towards the lower fingers, and then we'll return by reversing the movement. So let's give it a shot. Find your crab position with the wider feet and knees. Let's go left arm crab reach, up to your best 3-point bridge, pause, bring your eyes down towards base arm, upper arm frames the head, elbow at roughly 90 degrees, reach with upper fingers towards lower fingers, and return to crab. That's one rep. Let's go right arm crab reach, up to 3-point bridge. Look down towards base hand, upper arm frames the head, reach upper fingers towards lower fingers, return to crab. Let's go 2 more reps per arm. Left arm crab reach, return to crab. Right arm crab reach, return to crab. 1 more reach per arm, left arm crab reach. Return to crab, and last one, right arm crab reach. And return to crab. Great work. So that's our crab reach. We're gonna come back to that in just a little bit. We have to learn our loaded beast unload. So it's gonna look like this. I start off in loaded beast, which you already know. From here, I just allow my weight to translate forward. Once I get right about here, I'm gonna push my shoulder blades apart. Notice my knees are still close to the ground. I'm gonna see how far I can go, getting my shoulders in front of the wrists. Neck is long, eyes are down, pushing the shoulder blades apart. Now notice my hips. I don't have them extended. I'm not in a push-up position. I wanna think about rounding the low back, engaging those lower abdominal muscles. From here, I return to loaded beast. So let's do that together. Set loaded beast. We start to shift forward. Knees are still 1 inch off the ground. I start to press the shoulder blades apart. Shoulders in front of wrist line, neck long, eyes down. Really engage those lower abdominal muscles. Notice the knees are relaxed and close to the ground but not touching. Return to loaded beast. If this is too much for you, you can keep the knees on the ground. That's totally fine. All right, let's go for 2 more reps. And unload. Return to loaded beast. Drop the knees if you need to. Unload. Return to loaded beast. And relax, team. Great stuff. Just remember, we're not trying to flip to the tops of the feet. We're just gonna try to stay directly on the tips of the toes. So we know our crab reach, we know our loaded beast unload. Let's go back through another round. Set crab. Left arm, crab reach. Return to crab. Right arm, crab reach. Return to crab. 2 more reaches per arm. Left arm, crab reach. Return to crab. Right arm, crab reach. Return to crab. Here we go. 1 more reach per arm. Left arm, crab reach. Return to crab. And right arm, crab reach. Return to crab. Relax. Let's set loaded beast. Let's go for 5 unloads. Set loaded beast and unload. Return to loaded beast. Unload. Remember, shoulder blades apart, driving those long arms into the ground. Unload. Neck long, eyes down. 2 more reps. Unload. Return to loaded beast. Remember, rest the knees on the ground if you need to. Unload. And return to loaded beast. And relax. Great work, team. Let's go for 1 more round per movement. Set crab. Starting with the left arm crab reach. Remember, if you can't get to 3-point bridge yet, just go up as high as you can go. Over time, you'll get higher and eventually we'll be able to go into your reach. Return to crab, left arm, crab reach. Really try to think about stacking the upper shoulder on top of the lower shoulder. So I'm gonna squeeze out this rotation, arm framing the head. I come back down, 1 more rep or reach per arm. Return to crab and right arm, crab reach. Return to crab. Let's set loaded beast. Let's go for our 5 loaded beast unloads. And unload. Long arms pushing the shoulder blades apart. Return to loaded beast. Unload. Engage those lower abdominals. Return to loaded beast. Unload. Return to loaded beast. We got 2 more. And last one, here we go. And return to loaded beast. Drop the knees. Great work. Okay, hopefully now you're starting to feel a bit warmed up. I know that I am. Let's get into our first S&T, known as an underswitch. In an underswitch, the call-out leg is transitioning underneath the body and switching from a crab to beast or beast to crab. So here's an example. Set crab. Left leg underswitch. I'm now in my perfect beast. Left leg underswitch brings me back to my perfect crab. So let's do it together. Let's find our perfect crab where the knees and the feet are hip width, so our original base. Eyes towards the rising sun, proud chest. Left leg underswitch, lift left foot, right hand, same time. Push on the gas, and that just means lift your right heel off the ground. Bend your right elbow and begin to transition underneath of the window that you've created. Land with the traveling hand and foot at the same time. Drop your knees and do a self-check. Make sure that your knees are in front of the hip line. If they're not, get them there now. Make sure your hands are shoulder width. From here, let's lift the knees again. Lift left foot, right hand. Bend the right elbow. Start to come through the window. Find your perfect crab. Let's do that same thing, right leg. So lift right foot, left hand. Push on the gas. Bend the left elbow. Go through the window. Plant the traveling hand and foot at the same time. Drop the knees down just to do a self-check. Make sure knees are in front of hip line. Lift the knees, right leg under switch. Lift, elbow is flexed, through the window, back to my perfect crab. Let's go 2 more per side. Left leg under switch, lift, push on the gas, bend the elbow, go through the window. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Right leg under switch. And relax down, wrist relief position. Okay, so here's a little tip. If that's too challenging for you, whenever you perform your under switch, you can go a little bit higher with the knees, bringing the hips up towards the ceiling. Or we could even have more ground contact. So notice I put the hips on the ground as I go through the window. All right, so now we're going to practice our under switches for 45 seconds. Now, whenever we're doing these practice rounds, you're going to go as fast as you feel comfortable, but our golden rule is you can only go as fast as you can control. So if your form starts to break down, you have to stop. If you can't go for the entire 45 seconds, it's okay. Pause, take a rest, jump back in whenever you're ready. Okay, so we're gonna put 45 seconds on the clock. You can stay with me at my tempo, or you can go at your own tempo. Ready, 45 seconds begins now. And that's 45 seconds. Give me a wrist relief position. Here's a little pro tip. Whenever you're transitioning from beast to crab, I lift at the same time. Watch this heel. I want to find my stability with the heel first, then drop the traveling hand and foot. So lift, push on the gas, through the window, lift, go through the window, drop the brake, then traveling hand and foot, same time. Last thing, eyes to the rising sun every time you hit crab. Okay, 45 seconds on the clock, second and last round of under switches. Set crab, 45 seconds begins now. And that's 45 seconds. Go ahead and find your wrist relief position. So now that we know under switch, let's move on to a side kick through. A side kick through is going to begin in beast and look a lot like this. Left leg, side kick through. Right leg, side kick through. Now, in order for us to set up a side kick through, we first have to establish our base. Now, I'm not talking about the beast. I'm talking about the second step after we transition from beast. So watch this. If I'm in my beast base and I perform a left leg side kick through, I'm going to lift left foot, right hand, just like I did in my under switch. But then I'm going to bring my eyes down to my base foot. As soon as I see these toes lined up at a perpendicular angle to these fingers, that's my green light to drop the heel and get the hip low. When I want to come back, I push on the gas and come back through the window to beast. So let's do that together. We're just setting up the base. So I'm going to walk you through it. Set beast. Right leg side kick through, lift right foot, left hand, start to rotate. Eyes go down to left toes. If you see them pointing in this direction, drop your heel, hip low, eyes up. Let's push on the gas to come back. Left leg side kick through, same thing. Lift left foot, right hand, start to rotate, look for the toes, drop the heel, hip low, eyes up, push on the gas, come back. 2 more reps per side or per leg. Right leg side kick through, look for the foot, drop the heel, hips low, eyes up, push on the gas, come back. Left leg side kick through, look for the foot, drop the heel, hips low, eyes up, push on the gas, come back. 1 more rep per leg. Right leg side kick through, push on the gas, come back. Left leg side kick through, push on the gas, come back. Awesome. So now we know how to set up our side kick through. Let's talk about kicking the leg. Whenever we kick the leg, we're going to point the toes. We're going to fully extend the knee and we're going to rotate it outward from the hip. You'll also hear me say, open the sling. When I say open the sling, I'm asking you to do this. Go ahead and look over one of your shoulders. Bring the palm away from the same side cheek. So back of the hand is close to the cheek, but not touching. We're looking over the shoulder. Whenever you hear me say open the sling, that's what we're looking for. So you'll hear me say, kick the leg, open the sling. You now know what that means. So let's do it together. Set beast position. Right leg, side kick through. Lift, look for the foot. Point the toe, kick the leg, open the sling, push on the gas to come back. Left leg, side kick through. Lift, look for the foot, drop the heel, point the toe, kick the leg, open the sling, push on the gas, come back. Right leg, side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Left leg, side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. 1 more rep per leg. Right leg, side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Left leg, side kick through. Push on the gas, come back. Rest, wrist relief position. If that's too much for you, so if you're feeling like that's too challenging, whenever you go into your side kick through, you can rest the foot on the ground. You can even put the hip on the ground. So we're gonna go into our practice round. We're gonna put 45 seconds on the clock. Remember, you can only move as fast as you can control. You can also take a break throughout those 45 seconds, jump back in when you're ready. We're gonna alternate side kick throughs. I'm gonna start with my right leg. We're gonna set up in beast. 45 seconds begins now. And that's 45 seconds. Okay, wrist relief position. Here's a little pro tip. Whenever you perform your side kick through, at the end of the kick, if you feel comfortable, think about allowing this shoulder, the base shoulder, to migrate forward just a little bit. That's going to allow the opposite elbow to pull back even more, getting more rotation through the spine. So watch this shoulder. Right leg side kick through. So I'm allowing it to translate forward as I'm transitioning into the kick. All right, 45 more seconds. We're gonna go for a second round. This is our final round with side kick throughs. Go ahead and set beast. 45 seconds begins now. And that's 45 seconds. Okay, again, wrist relief position. Our next and final switch and transition is called a front step. So a front step will begin in loaded beast. This is what a front step looks like. Set loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Okay, so we're gonna build the front step together. Go ahead and set loaded beast. Let's take our right foot and step forward. Go ahead and relax your back knee down onto the ground. What we're looking for is that this right foot is outside of the same side hand and that the toes are in front of the fingers. From here, go ahead and lift the knee, the back knee, and let's return to loaded beast. Let's do that same thing with the left leg. So left leg, front step, do a self check. Toes are in front of same side fingers. Drop the knee and just relax here for a second. So that's our first variation of a front step. Lift the knee, let's come back. This time, let's step with the right leg. Let's lift the right hand from the ground. This is what we're looking for. Palm is pointing forward. Elbow is pulling back. Chest is proud, eyes towards the horizon. Back knee is close to the ground, but not touching unless I need it to. From here, I plant the hand and I push back to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Lift the hand, eyes forward. Drop the hand, push back to loaded beast. Right leg front step, same thing. Plant, lift, drop, return to loaded beast. Left leg front step, lift, drop, return to loaded beast. So if that's enough for you, stay with that variation. If you're ready to take it to the actual front step, the only difference is when I step, I want to lift the hand so that the foot can land. So it's a simultaneous exchange. Watch this. Right leg front step. Same thing going back. Return to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Let's do that together. Otherwise, take the regression. Ready, set loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. One more per leg. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast and relax. Okay, we're gonna put 30 seconds on the clock because this one is a bit more demanding than the previous two. Let's set loaded beast, 30 seconds, alternating. Ready? 30 seconds begins now. And that's 30 seconds. Okay, so we talked about performing the regress versions. We talked about performing the actual front step. Now remember, when you're doing this, if you start to get tired, we can drop the knees. So watch this. Let's say if I'm in loaded beast, I take the step, I drop the back knee. Plant the hand, come back to loaded beast, rest the knees on the ground for just a moment, lift, go into the next step. Okay, 30 more seconds. Last round of our front steps. Here we go, set loaded beast, and go. And that's 30 seconds. Okay team, so here we are, the pinnacle of the class. It's time to build our flow. I'm gonna go through the flow once with the call out to one side. Then I'm just going to invite you along with me and we'll continue to alternate between sides. So check this out. I'm gonna set crab. Left leg under switch. Lift, push on the gas, bend the elbow, go through the window, pause and beast. Right leg, side kick through. Look for the foot, drop the heel, hip low, point the toe, kick the leg, open the sling. From here, I'm gonna push on the gas, call out a right leg under switch to get back. I'm gonna set loaded beast, perform a right leg front step. From here, I just return to loaded beast. I then set beast, perform a left leg under switch, and I'm back where I started. So let's do it together. Go ahead and set crab. Left leg under switch, push on the gas, find beast. Right leg, side, kick through. Heel down, hip low, point the toe, kick the leg, open the sling. Push on the gas, right leg under switch, brings me back. Set, loaded beast. Slide or walk the hands forward. Right leg, front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast, shoulders over wrists. Slide or walk the feet. Left leg under switch brings me back to start. Let's do that exact same thing, starting with the right leg. Set crab. Right leg under switch. Left leg, side kick through. Left leg under switch. Set, loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Right leg under switch. Okay guys, so that's our flow. I'm gonna go through that 3 times. If you need to stop and take a break at any point, you certainly can. Otherwise, try to hang with me. Let's set crab. Left leg, under switch. Right leg, side kick through. Right leg, under switch. Set, loaded beast. Right leg, front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Left leg, under switch. Awesome. You're already in crab, let's go. Right leg, under switch. Left leg, side kick through. Left leg, under switch. Set, loaded beast. Left leg, front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Right leg, under switch. Okay, again, set crab. Left leg, under switch. Right leg, side kick through. Right leg under switch, set loaded beast, right leg front step, return to loaded beast, set beast, left leg under switch. Okay, again, set crab, right leg under switch, left leg side kick through, left leg under switch, set loaded beast, left leg front step, return to loaded beast, set beast, right leg under switch. Here we go. Left leg under switch, right leg side kick through, right leg under switch, set loaded beast, right leg front step, return to loaded beast, set beast, left leg under switch. Final round in this set. Set crab, right leg, under switch, left leg, side kick through. Left leg under switch, set loaded beast, left leg front step, return to loaded beast, set beast, right leg, under switch, and wrist relief position, guys. Great work. We're gonna go through that 3 times per side. Again, remember, if you need to pause the video, you certainly can jump back in when you're ready, or if you just need to take a break while I'm still moving, you can definitely do that. Set crab. Left leg under switch. Right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Left leg under switch. You may notice we're going a little bit quicker. Okay. Right leg under switch. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Right leg under switch. Set crab. Left leg under switch. Right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Right leg under switch. Wrist relief position. Great work, team. Final round. Here we go. Just a little bit faster. Set crab. Left leg under switch. Right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Right leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Left leg side kick through. Left leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Left leg front step. Return to loaded beast. Set beast. Right leg under switch. Here we go. Final round. Left leg under switch. Right leg side kick through. Right leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Right leg front step. return to loaded beast, set beast, left leg underswitch, and here we go team, right leg underswitch, left leg side kick through, left leg underswitch, set loaded beast, left leg front step, return to loaded beast, set beast, right leg underswitch for the finish. Big congratulations to finishing the first class in the first series of the Flowcademy. Let's finish up exactly where we started, so let's finish up with some wrist mobilizations. Go ahead and clasp your fingers together, and we're just gonna slowly take one hand and roll it around the other hand. We call these wrist rolls. Again, I wanna say congratulations. Just keep in mind that if this is your first animal flow experience, you will get used to the language, you will learn the movements, you'll get plenty of opportunities to practice them as you go throughout the Flowcademy. Go ahead and switch directions. If this class seemed a little bit too difficult for you, you can always go and take one of our deconstructed classes, which shows even more modifications and variations. And then from here, team, we're just gonna go into some wrist waves. So keep your fingers clasped together, elbows out to the side. We'll initiate the wave with one of the elbows, and then we're just gonna think about the wave transitioning through the same side wrist, through the hands, the opposite wrist, and then eventually out to the opposite elbow, and we'll continue in that same direction. Just do keep in mind that we also have full-length wrist mobility videos as well as shorter duration videos. So if you really feel like you need extra attention with your wrists and your hands, be sure to check out those videos. Go ahead and switch directions. So initiate with the opposite elbow. And from here, let's complete our class with our last wrist relief position. Congrats again. I look forward to seeing you in the next class.